Good morning, guys, and welcome to another episode of Healthy Tales with Dale. I'm just at home hitting some foam rolling, some myofascial work, some soft tissue work. We did sprints yesterday. Thanks, Chan. And my quads and hip flexors are a little tight. The wee tight. Anyways, so what I wanted to do today was elaborate on some of the other stuff that I had been talking about recently when it comes to weight loss, right? So one of the things I had said is, hey, resistance training is going to be a better friend to you than cardio, right? Well, Dale, what resistance-based movements should I be focusing on? And that is a solid question, right? So first of all, when it comes to any of your workouts, just like I think I said during the second episode, you want to make sure you have a full-bodied, or at least a dynamic warm-up where you're going through the ranges of motion for that day is probably, as well as some soft tissue work, right? Where you're physiologically preparing yourself, mobility and range of motion wise for the movements you're going to be doing that day. And the movements we want to be focusing on in our resistance-based training are the squat, the deadlift, and the shoulder press, right? Those three movements. Why those three movements? They're full-bodied, functional, core bracing, postural strength requiring movements that also require body organization, right? You're like, well, Dale, what if I don't know how to do these movements? Or what if I think I'm going to get hurt? Find a coach, right? And don't just walk up to the jacked guy in the gym and be like, hey, buddy, you think you could help me out? No, right? Please, no, don't do that, right? What works for him isn't going to work for you, and he probably, has just been working out so long that he's got a little bit of gains, right? Anyways, so when you do these movements, find a coach. Find someone who's going to put you through a good warm-up, teach you what a good warm-up is. Somebody who's going to find your mobility restrictions, right, and your muscular imbalances and be able to eliminate that. So when you come into these movements, guys, they require good mobility, and they require, if you're going to be working with a barbell, you want to make sure that you eliminate muscular imbalances first. So that means all these movements have dumbbell variations that you can do with them that don't require nearly as much mobility and eliminate muscular imbalance, guys, for shoulder press, deadlift, and the squat. Right? Have somebody come in and coach you starting with the dumbbells, starting with the kettlebells. And that doesn't necessarily mean that it's strictly unilateral or single-sided movement, right? Because you can use two kettlebells or two dumbbells, right? And get both sides of your body going there. Anyways, those are the movements that we want to focus on. And then after that, you can get into your isolation work, or you can go do your full-bodied metabolic conditioning workouts, that sort of stuff, your circuit training. You just want to make sure that you start out with some sort of resistance-based training that is focused around those, right? And women are going to be like, oh, well, as soon as I touch a barbell or a dumbbell, I'm going to turn into the female version of Arnold Schwarzenegger. That's not at all how that works. However, right, to start out and for weight loss, you want to be focusing on lighter weight, solid movement for more reps, right? So we're talking 8 to 12 reps for 3 to 6 sets, building up over a couple of weeks, kind of thing. That's called progressive overload. So that we're working on putting ourselves and burning more calories in that sort of interest, right? Not that heavy lifting doesn't burn calories, but we're looking to not necessarily put mass on, right? Anyways, thank you so much for your time today. Again, we want to focus on full-bodied functional movements like the deadlift, the shoulder press, and the back squat, right? Make sure we get a full warm-up in there. Find a coach, somebody to help you learn how to do these movements properly so we don't hurt ourselves. Anyways, thank you so much for your time today, and this has been another episode of Healthy Tales with Dale.